All right, I know it's bad video quality and it's bad audio quality, but this is the case for using AI to teach the gospel. Okay? Here we go. Currently, most of humanity has never been invited to hear the message of the restored gospel. Factors like geography, manpower, government restrictions, they limit the reach of the church. Okay, now, remember, people are already asking AI about the gospel. Today, they're asking AI about the gospel. Yesterday, they were asking AI about the gospel, just not our AI. They're asking Google or ChatGPT or whatever. So AI is teaching the gospel. It's teaching it right now, and it's probably doing it very, very wrong. So, like in the early 2000s when the internet came out and John DeLynn got on the podcastosphere and these people started poisoning the well for everybody, the church only after several years said, oh crap, we should write the gospel topics essays. Okay? So we're already behind to market on this, okay? In 2025, the global population is 68% are on the internet. So keep in mind, we are reaching a sliver of the global population, but neither is bad information. Yesterday, AI now can go out to the entire world and give bad information. The advent of AI, not controlled by us, preaching our gospel message for us, should be absolutely terrifying to everybody in church leadership. That we are being represented out there as gospel fact by other AIs built by other people, drawing from random internet sources. Okay? Technology, the reach of technology dwarfs the reach of our physical missionaries. So, what are the objections? You say teach using AI. What are the objections? Missionary work is too sacred to automate. What if AI makes mistakes, cuts off people who shouldn't be cut off, says something stupid or wrong? And besides, AI can't bring the Spirit. Okay. Objection number one: it's too sacred to automate. Well, here's some other things that are too sacred to automate or to outsource to technology. The online sacrament meetings, online missionary discussions. How about the temple drama? How about the temple tokens? Those are done using video. Okay, we've outsourced those to technology. Okay, so don't tell me missionary work is too sacred to automate, because very sacred things have already been handed over to technology. What if AI makes mistakes? Missionaries make mistakes. Right now, they make mistakes. This happens when missionaries transfer. Right? They might drop an investigator that had potential and make a mistake there. They might say something stupid. Okay, these already happen. AI doesn't have to relearn the language every 2 years. The one thing AI does is AI hallucination, where it gives you an answer even when it doesn't really have a good one. It doesn't know when to censor itself. That's the heart of this whole thing, is teaching AI not to be stupid like that. Okay. Let's see. AI can't bring the Spirit. Can remote sacrament meeting bring the Spirit? General conference, can that bring the Spirit? What about the temple video? Can reading print on a screen like the scriptures bring the Spirit? Well, AI can't totally replace a human connection. Not all of the teaching experience is a pure human connection. Much of it is just informative, and that's what AI excels at. And wherever it just simply, we have to have a missionary, fine, we can incorporate it. So the first advantage is it can reach billions of additional people. That should be the end of the presentation. Billions of additional people, okay, that we cannot reach any other way. Done. We should be sold. But also, it's fluent in every language. It's always available, never too busy. It never transfers. It never has to relearn the teaching material. It can automatically follow up. Hey, are you going to church tomorrow morning? Hey, did you read those sections of the Book of Mormon we talked about? And it's also modular. It doesn't have to be used for the whole thing. Missionaries can tap into it as they need. They're leaving for a month to go back to Kazakhstan. We're not going to be here in Bishkek for a month. Here's AbinadAI. Use AbinadAI for the next discussion or two. We'll be back in a month or whatever. Okay. So essentially, we break down teaching into its different modules, different sections. Some of those things are going to be discussions. Some are going to be commitments. Some are going to be testimony. All right. And maybe AI can't do all of it, but surely it can do some of it. right? It isn't that it can do zero, right? So what are the portions it could do? Remember, some missionaries just play a video of the plan of salvation to do their teaching for them, right? Okay. Wherever you need a missionary or require a missionary or a live connection, fine, fine. There can be off ramps or loop ins to bring in online missionaries or local missionaries, local ward missionaries, or other members just that happen to be in the locality. So here's an example. AbinadAI teaches the restoration. Investigator John, hey, this is great. I want to learn more. AbinadAI, now let's talk about the plan of salvation. Starts teaching that discussion. And now John says, I've got some questions. AbinadAI puts in a call to local missionaries. Hey, for this discussion, John, I've invited these sisters. And the sisters pop on. Hi, John. We're the sisters in your locality. Did you have a question about AbinadAI, about the plan of salvation? And John can then address his questions to them. What about an off-ramp? Okay. AbinadAI gets them all the way to coming to church. So you're going to come to church? Yes, I think so. Do I just show up? AbinadAI, awesome. I'm sad that I can't come with you, but here's my friends that I'll have greet you there. Sure, who are they? Investigator asks. Now AbinadAI calls up the local missionaries. Hey, and passes John off to them. This is Elder Solomon and Elder Cheke. They can greet you there and save you a seat. They're smarter than me, but not as handsome. And then the elders pop on. Hey, John, we'd love to help you come to church. Okay, thanks. What do I wear? This is a person who's already made it to attending church, attending a meeting. Okay, so consider all this is essentially an expansion of the vetting process. Start with 90% of the leads, and you filter it down as people progress up towards accepting baptism. And it might only end up with 0.001% of those people, but each gate that you get people through is eliminating millions of man hours spent by missionaries. AI, essentially using a bit of AI or something like this would be an AI-powered lead filtration system. If the church is getting 6 million leads a year and only baptizes 18,000 of them, consider that's 5,982,000 leads that are not ending up in baptism. Now, no work building the kingdom is a waste, but in the industrial sciences, that's horrible waste. All of those 5,982,000 leads have to be vetted to some degree or taught to some degree. Some might be just calling them up and finding out it was a bot, but some of them might be hundreds of hours of missionary work that are wasted on that person not getting baptized. That's millions of man hours, millions of missionary hours put into something that does not result in baptism. Now, those aren't wasted, but I'm just saying. So, many of those man hours are spent on noise, people who aren't home or were never interested or it was a mistake or whatever, too logistically difficult to contact, or just uninterested or uncommitted and they don't accept the gospel. So all AI is going to do is it's going to make those 80,000 missionaries that we have feel like 88, say 10% of those 6 million AbinadAI was able to eliminate, to find out they were noise, they weren't committed. I got them through the first discussion and they dropped or whatever. And just reduce that just by 10%. That makes 80,000 missionaries feel like 88,000 missionaries. That's the work of 8,000 missionaries that could be saved to do other things. Okay? So if anything, it's just a filtration system that we keep adding gates to, adding and adding and adding, until it can get all the way to, remember those missionaries in South Africa taught the entire thing via WhatsApp. Why couldn't AI do that? It's all remote anyways. Could AI have done that? And then that woman then just calls up and says, AI calls up the missionary and says, this woman wants to get baptized. She's willing to drive 8 hours to get baptized. Where does she go? Now imagine that on a global scale. So people are already using AI to hear the gospel poorly. Either we provide a better solution or Satan will. That's the case for using AI to preach the gospel.